Hello, beautiful people. How's everybody doing? You all know how I always talk about how Trump is doing all of these distractions. Nothing but distractions. And with my research, what I just found out, and which we have heard this before, but like I told you all, there is a bigger plan over the horizon with this president. With my research and me going down this rabbit hole of finding out this information, and this is huge. We know that there's talk of him possibly pardoning Derek Chauvin, okay? The Attorney General, Keith Ellison of Minnesota, basically stated that it is rumored that the president, he is thinking of pardoning Derek Chauvin. This is what his plan is. And we know, we have heard this talk, and they have even said if that happens, he still has to do something with the state, okay? With him even doing it, this is his plan. He wants to piss off black people to really get you all out in the street. Because he know if he goes this way and pardons that man, it's gonna upset a lot of black people. And that's what he's banking on. He's banking on black people to get to the streets, to riot, so he can go ahead and invoke the Insurrection Act. That is what he wants to do. You would think that he's already done that, the way he has stepped over the governor of California. You would have thought he has already done this, but he has not. Technically, he has not. If you don't know what the Insurrection Act is, I'll tell you that in a moment. But that's his plan. So he wants black people to hit the street, to riot, so he can actually invoke the Insurrection Act. And you know, this has only been done several times, the Insurrection Act to be put in place. It was during a time for Civil War, the Civil Rights era, and the 1992 Los Angeles riot. So this is what he wants to do. And if he invokes the Insurrection Act, this will allow him so much power. And this is huge, what I'm about to say next. He will have the power to suspend elections going forward. And don't we have some smaller elections coming up? He would have the right to suspend those elections. And you know, he's already, you know, with these executive orders in these states where he wants to invoke and have people coming into these polling places, verifying who they are, their citizenship. He's already, you know, in the motion with all of that. So this will give him all sorts of power. And once he have that power like that, it's all she wrote. It's all she wrote. So my suggestion, black people, if this rolls like this with him doing this with Derek Chauvin, you need to stay at home. You need to stay at home. You really do, because this is what he wants. Because if that's the case, why haven't he done it right now? Why haven't he invoked the Insurrection Act right now with all the protesting that's going on? Because he knows there's no black people out there for real. As soon as he does this with Derek Chauvin, he's banking on black people to hit the streets and act a fool and riot so he can do just this. Just this. Everything that this man is doing is nothing but a distraction. Now he's going to be baiting black people to get out in the streets and do this. So he can do this with this Insurrection Act. Because if he wanted to do it, he could do it right now. but it's not really an uproar. There's nothing going on too tough for him to actually do this. But he's banking on, when he pardons this man, he's banking on black people to get out there, act a fool, so he can put this in place. That's it, people. That's it. Because once this man have this type of power, it's all she wrote. So again, I beg you, if this go down like this, you need to stay at home. You need to stay at home. Comment below and tell me what your thoughts are. If you don't believe me, you don't take my word for it, research it. Go out there and research it. And I'll see you all in the next video. The Insurrection Act of 1807 is the U.S. federal law that empowers the President of the United States to nationally deploy the U.S. military and to federalize the National Guard units of the individual states in specific circumstances, such as the suppression of civil disorder, of insurrections, and of armed rebellions against the federal government of the United States.